Hi, welcome back to BitWise. Today, we talk about Web 3.0 and Metaverse, which are pretty hot in recent news and all the hypes. The arrival of new technologies has always brought mixed propositions in any scenario. For example, the Internet arrived years ago, and privacy concerns are still a huge topic for debates regarding the usability of the Internet. The same phenomenon is clearly evident in Web 3.0 and Metaverse comparisons to identify better alternatives. Which technology trend would shape the Internet of the future? Will you access the Internet through the Metaverse or Web 3.0? As the world struggles to familiarize itself with the fundamentals of the Metaverse, discussions about Web 3.0 also present critical implications. However, you can find a clear impression of Metaverse versus Web 3.0 by understanding. Both the terms would have a massive and sustained impact on the future of connectivity. Therefore, it is important to reflect on the differences between them and their implications for the future of digital technologies. This episode helps you discover the difference between Web 3.0 and Metaverse and identify how they complement each other perfectly. The history of the Internet. Before a detailed discussion on Web 3.0 and Metaverse, it is important to look back on the history of the Internet. Tracing back in the history of the web, you can find out how the world has arrived on Web 3.0. The first iteration of the web, or Web 1.0, also known as the Classic Web, arrived in 1991. Tim Berners-Lee introduced the world to the Internet, and the age of Web 1.0 lasted till 2004. During the Classic Web phase, the Internet focused primarily on offering documents through HTML pages, accessible through browsers also known as read-only, information consumers. Then came Web 2.0, and it brought corporations into the mix. Web 2.0 was obviously different from Web 1.0 as corporations were primarily responsible for developing the second phase of the web. Now, apps replaced browsers, and the web focused on enabling users to read and create and deliver content. As a result, we witnessed the rise of social media alongside e-commerce. So, Web 2.0 has successfully introduced read, write and interactions functionalities on the Internet alongside establishing the foundation of the platform economy. What does Web 3.0 bring to the table? As the next iteration of the Internet, how can Web 3.0 compete with the concept of a metaverse? Let us find a clear overview of Web 3.0 before diving into a Web 3.0 versus Metaverse comparison. Many people think of Web 3.0 as the next step in developing the Internet. It is practically a revolution of sorts in the fundamental precedents of how the web works. However, it is also important to note that there is no specific definition for Web 3.0. Why? It is still a concept under development. The father of the Internet, Tim Berners-Lee, feels that the semantic web would be the next big milestone in the evolution of the Internet. The semantic web focuses on ensuring that all content on the Internet is machine-readable. However, people would wonder if virtual assistants such as Alexa, Siri or Google are already doing the same. So, does this mean that we are currently in the third generation of the web? The perception of Web 3.0 and Metaverse has changed considerably since 2020, especially with blockchain incorporation. As a result, the focus of Web 3.0 has shifted towards creating a decentralized web. You must be wondering about the need for decentralization in today's web when anyone can access the Internet. The perception of Web 3.0 and Metaverse has changed considerably since 2020, especially with blockchain incorporation. As a result, the focus of Web 3.0 has shifted towards creating a decentralized web. You must be wondering about the need for decentralization in today's web, when anyone can access the Internet. Enter the Metaverse. As one of the most talked about topics in the world of technology, the Metaverse has forced many industry experts to wonder about its potential implications. The participation of huge companies such as Facebook, Microsoft, and Epic Games showcases favorable prospects for the Metaverse. In addition, the Metaverse versus Web 3.0 comparisons also draw attention to the Metaverse. So, what exactly is this Metaverse? In simple words, the Metaverse is a digital space that merges physically persistent virtual spaces with virtual, augmented physical reality. You can think of the Metaverse as a representation of the digital world you can access through your smartphones, albeit in a 3D representation. Imagine shopping for clothes in a digital store as an avatar by trying out the clothes for checking the fit. The Metaverse would basically combine different digital spaces in a world where users could move seamlessly between the different spaces. The different digital spaces in the Metaverse can allow participants to leverage unique functionalities. For example, they can play games with friends, collaborate with colleagues for work, or even attend concerts in the Metaverse. The basic definition of the Metaverse also shows its potential for becoming the future of the Internet. We leave some links if you enjoy concerts and music below the description. With a clear impression of Web 3.0 and Metaverse basics, one would definitely wonder whether they are actually different from one another. Web 3.0 supports decentralization, and the Metaverse allows anyone to move freely in the Metaverse and trade their assets with complete transparency. While some similarities exist between Metaverse and Web 3.0, their differences garner more attention. Here is an outline of the points of difference between Web 3.0 and Metaverse in detail. Please remember to support us by subscribing, liking and sharing, as sharing is caring. Thank you. The first thing we have for a basic Metaverse versus Web 3.0 comparison would obviously refer to their definitions. The Metaverse is a digital world where you can interact with three-dimensional objects in virtual reality. With virtual reality headsets, the Metaverse will help users interact with other users and objects in the virtual space. On the other hand, Web 3.0 is basically the evolution of the approaches through which users can control digital assets and online identities. With Web 3.0, users could create the content of their choice alongside controlling and monetizing the content. Therefore, Web 3.0 is a concept for the next generation of the Internet where users can exercise ownership over their creations. The next important factor for a Web 3.0 versus Metaverse comparison would be the underlying technology. The Metaverse has different crucial technologies for enabling the whole ecosystem. You would need connectivity, interfaces, decentralization, creator economy, experiences, and enabling technologies for developing the Metaverse. Web 3.0 focused on creating a decentralized web that would rely on blockchain and cryptocurrencies only. Blockchain can help users interact with online services under the governance of a decentralized network of computers. Furthermore, Web 3.0 can also leverage public blockchain functionalities for enabling open and permissionless access for any individual with an Internet connection. Another prominent factor in the difference between Web 3.0 and Metaverse would draw references to their potential applications. Metaverse is a newly emerging dimension that brings movies, entertainment, gaming, education, simulation-based training, and social platforms into one platform. However, all of these applications within the Metaverse are still under development. So, it is too soon to assume that the metaverse would be capable of mirroring almost all real-world activity. Web 3.0 is actually a standard for the new generation of the Internet. You can think of it as a set of rules applicable to every Internet user. Therefore, it is clear that Web 3.0 would be applicable throughout the web rather than for specific applications. The final take from the Web 3.0 and Metaverse debate is that both technologies support each other perfectly. You can clearly identify how the Metaverse and Web 3.0 are more related and dependent on each other. The Metaverse is a digital space, and Web 3.0 favors a decentralized web, which could serve as the basis for connectivity in the Metaverse. In addition, the creator economy in the Metaverse can supplement the vision of Web 3.0 for developing a new financial world with decentralized solutions. However, the Metaverse is a long way from development and requires a formidable boost in the underlying technology. On the other hand, Web 3.0 is shaping up perfectly with the formidable growth of NFTs and DeFi recently. Let us wait and watch out for how the Metaverse and Web 3.0 shape up in the future. Bonus tips before we end. Here are some Web 3.0 applications that you can use today. First, Bitcoin. The original cryptocurrency has been around for more than 10 years, and the protocol itself is decentralized, although not all of its ecosystem is. Second, Brave is a fast, privacy-focused, secure web browser for PC, Mac, and mobile. Pay users for their attention in the form of basic attention tokens, BAT cryptocurrency, or send contributions to websites and content creators. Next, OpenSea, a marketplace for buying and selling NFTs built on the Ethereum blockchain. The final one will be Uniswap, a decentralized cryptocurrency swapping exchange. I hope you like this episode and learn new knowledge. Thank you.